Hey there, YouTube. Scott Stevens here. How you doing this evening? Welcome to another edition of WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. This is episode number 81 of Universe Mode, and tonight we have World Wrestling Federation action coming at you. Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden. We do have, this is Elimination Chamber week, and one of the matches tonight has Elimination Chamber implications, as we will choose another member involved in the Elimination Chamber main event against King Kong Bundy, the WWF champion. He will face Bob Backlund and two people to be named later. One of those laters will be tonight. Hey, Godspeed. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're doing well this evening. And it took you 2 minutes to get on. I'm sorry, Bonnie. Thank you for joining. I'm running a little bit behind tonight, a couple minutes behind. And let me get things set up here. 2 minutes. So what did you have? 2 minutes of advertisement? It's funny. I'm looking at advertisements on as I'm setting up my iPad here. I'm getting them too. All right, here we go. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just got them too. I don't know why. I cannot control those on the lives, unfortunately. All right, let me do a quick thing here. Let's see, is there anything to report today? Yeah, there is, actually. I put up a video shortly ago. I don't know if that's proper terminology. A little while ago, I put up a video for the merchandise store. I got some sample items that they sent me from the merchandise store. And as you can see in the video, they're pretty good quality. I got a dry fit shirt and a coffee cup and a mouse pad, and they all are very good quality. So that's important to me. You know, I'm pushing my merch store. I got to make sure that you have good quality stuff coming to you, or else I can't do business with them. But I got 3 items, and you can see them in the video, and they all look pretty good. They all are pretty good, actually. So that's right, merch. Godspeed has ad blocker, so he's not seeing any of the ads. Merch, that's correct, Bonnie, merch. Come on, we live in a world now where everything is abbreviated as much as it possibly can. All right, so you can see we are just 2 WWF streams away from Elimination Chamber. One of those spots are going to be filled tonight. And tonight's recap, sorry, we're not in the recap yet. We are in the preview. Tonight's card preview is brought to you by the WWE Shop. Use the link in the description below to get to the WWE Shop and take advantage of their daily specials. They have different specials every single day on their website. You can get all of your favorite WWE merchandise, apparel, and memorabilia on their website by using the link in the description below, the World Wrestling Entertainment Shop, WWE Shop. Check it out today. All right, here's what we have on tap for tonight. The card has changed a little bit from last night. As I said, it doesn't always save in completion, but it worked out a little bit better this time. You know what, Godspeed? I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It didn't make me go, holy shit, that's badass. But it's not too bad. I just saw it just like 5-10 minutes ago. All right, we got Superstar Billy Graham starting off the action, taking on Rowdy Roddy Piper. Superfly Jimmy Snuka continues his feud with Magnificent Morocco as they head toward a big confrontation at Elimination Chamber. Here's a fatal 4-way. We got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, The Undertaker, and Bruno Sammartino. The winner of this fatal 4-way will clinch a spot in Elimination Chamber, the main event, with Bob Backlund and King Kong Bundy for the WWF Championship. on Saturday night's main event, we will choose the final member of that match. So very cool. That match is going to be. Big Boss Man is going to be in the house. He'll be taking on Sergeant Slaughter. Andre the Giant, the United States champion, has a non-title match against Big John Studd. It is, Bonnie. It is. Superstar Billy Graham. Yep. It is. The Iron Sheik is here. He'll take on Pedro Morales. Bob Backlund goes up against the world champion, the WWF Heavyweight Champ, King Kong Bundy. It's a non-title match as they continue to tune up for Elimination Chamber. And the main event of the evening, Tito Santana, your Intercontinental Champion, has a non-title match against Greg the Hammer Valentine as they also keep warming up for their big Elimination Chamber title match. Just a reminder that the merchandise store is open, as I just said a few minutes ago. No specials going on in that right now. I don't control those. So make sure you check it out. You can see the video that I put up. It's got great quality merchandise on there for you. And tomorrow night's stream is 6:30. And it is... It's a good question. I'll have to look at the calendar. I don't remember. I didn't change the Godspeed, no, but it changed a little bit. It doesn't always save properly when I exit out, so sometimes it changes, and I don't have any control over it for some reason. Hey there, Warrior. Thanks for joining, man. Hope you're doing well today. So the card changed Godspeed, but I didn't change it. That's why sometimes looking at the preview at the end of the stream sometimes is a waste of time, because tomorrow it could be completely different. I've not figured out a way. Every time I think I figured out how to exit out of the game the proper way to make it save, it works for a few times and then it doesn't. This game is just so fucked. It doesn't always save. Sometimes I come back and it's completely different. So it did change a little, yes. Well, I don't know. We got a fatal four-way on this one. So Tito Santana and Greg the Hammer Valentine are still the main event. Some of the matches changed and some of them didn't, but you can tell which ones I did because they always say customized match, but it doesn't say it on any of these. I didn't change any of them. All right, yeah, I got my merchandise store open, Warrior. It's got a bunch of stuff from my book covers and a whole bunch of merchandise from my. There's a fictional baseball team in my novel Twister Town. They're called the Talon Twisters, and got a whole bunch of merchandise for the Talon Twisters in there. So something I've been wanting to do since the book came out. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I just put up a video of some of the merchandise. It's very good quality. Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know why, Warrior. You think they fixed it in 24? Yeah. It's very, very annoying. Because when there's a card that you like and then you come back and it's gone and I exit out the proper way, sometimes it saves and sometimes it doesn't. It's ridiculous in this game. All right, let's get things underway. We got the first match of the evening. Superstar Billy Graham taking on Rowdy Roddy Piper. I'm going to go with Mr. Piper to get the win here in the opening match here from Madison Square Garden. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to get the opening win here? It's especially annoying when I do create the card and then exit out in a proper way where it should save and I come back and it's all gone. It's even more frustrating when that happens. And believe me, that happens a lot. Godspeed says Rowdy Piper is going to get the win as well, so he's the favorite coming into this match. Let's send it down to ringside here at Madison Square Garden and get your introductions. Pretend it's Howard Finkel talking.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing in at 304 pounds, Superstar Billy Graham.
Tension's riding high. Plans on getting things settled in the ring. I can't wait.
I had a very long talk last night on the phone with Bob Cook. I haven't talked to Bob in a little while. Actually, I haven't talked to him since he moved up to Tennessee. I talked to him for about an hour and a half last night. He's doing very well. Loving life up there. He said everything is much slower and quieter up there. He may join the stream here tonight. I don't think so, but he said he would try. And I also talked to
Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Roddy
Piper. I also talked to Fred Ottman this morning for a little bit, Godspeed, and he said he will get back to me. I don't know what that means. Seems like it's pretty yes or no, cut and dry, but he said he'll get back to me, so I'll let you know what's going on with that. Roddy Piper, the favorite, coming into this one against superstar Billy Graham. And see, I love this about the rosters being split up into 6 different shows, or 5 different men's shows anyway. We get to see more of the entire roster and the World Wrestling Federation, above all the other shows, has mostly old guys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, which was my era that I really watched wrestling hard. So it's a lot of fun for me. Hope it is for you guys as well. Here's superstar Billy Graham starting things off with a jab right to the face of the Rowdy one. And there's a kick to the chest. And an arm breaker. And Superstar's off to a pretty good start. Not a fan favorite here at the Garden. And they're pretty happy that Rowdy's turning things around here. Overhead chop twice to the top of the head. And Roddy Piper with a headlock and a punch to the forehead. And he's turned things around pretty quickly here. Rowdy's going for a cover a little early. And the Superstar kicks out at the count of 1. So how's your channel going, Warrior? They're not easy to do, Godspeed. They are very hard to do. Superstar goes for the cover after pounding Roddy in the face, and Piper kicks out. Piper going crazy on the face of Superstar Billy Graham. Look at the overhand rights and a haymaker. And Superstar's down. Piper now stomping away. Yeah, the belts are pretty hard to do, Godspeed. I've made, I think I've made 5 of them now. And, well, let me put it this way. I've made 5 that you've seen. I've probably made about 20 or 25 overall. But, so, probably 75% of what I made were not worthy of being seen by the public. They're kind of difficult to do. Superstar Billy Graham has the bear hug locked in on Piper. He grabbed the rope, though. Superstar had to release the hold, but he's going to try and turn it into a pinfall. Only a 1 count. He didn't have that bear hug on for a long time. Yeah, I've made a lot of belts, and most of them come out looking like shit. The ones that you see publicly on my streams are the rare few that came out good. Graham goes for the cover again. Wow, he got him. I was waiting for Piper to kick out. He did not.
Here is your winner, Superstar Billy Graham.
That was not a good ending at all. Roddy Piper took a backbreaker, and that was enough to finish him off. Superstar Billy Graham got a 3 count. I think that was a Vince Russo match. Yeah, That was fast, and it was not a good ending. Piper normally is better than that. 2 stars is your official match rating. Superstar Billy Graham said, fuck all you. You chose him. I'm going to get the win. That was not a good match to start things off here on Championship Wrestling. Roddy Piper has had a lot better performances in his career. He did not bring his A game here tonight to the Garden. These two usually do, though. Superfly Jimmy Snuka and the Magnificent Morocco. Their feud continues here tonight. They are on a collision course for Elimination Chamber at the end of this calendar week. I'm going to go with the Superfly tonight to get the victory. And let me know what you guys think. Who's going to get the win? Godspeed says Superfly is going to get the win. I guess Warrior must have left. He always pops in, never stays very long. I appreciate him popping in, though. And so Superfly is the favorite coming in. He's already in the ring waiting for Morocco. And here comes Morocco. They're not waiting for any introductions. Morocco runs down the walkway into the ring. He slides into the ring, starts pounding away on Superfly, who was waiting for him. So it's not like he was taken by surprise. These two men hate each other. There's a chop to the throat by Morocco. The match is officially underway. Magnificent Morocco holding Superfly high above his head. These two are on a collision course for Elimination Chamber at the end of this calendar week. Morocco's going for the cover. Referee takes a lap around the ring before he starts to count. And it's only a 1 count. Morocco can't believe it, but a little early in the match, plus the referee took a long time. These two going at it in some kind of specialty match at Elimination Chamber. Hasn't been decided as of yet. But their feud continues on, and you can see the intensity as Morocco ran right into the ring. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Mr. Snuka. Now he deadlifts, military presses Snuka high above his head. And he flapjacks him behind him. Snuka comes crashing down on his chest and chin. Morocco with a solid right hand, left hand to the throat. And a backbreaker. Morocco definitely has had the advantage. There's a splash. He's had the advantage for the entire match so far. It's still early, though. He's going to go for another cover. It's a 2 count. Again, he can't believe it. He has been in control, though, so he might be getting close to a pinfall. Picks Snuka up, running, power slam. Morocco again goes for the cover. This time he hooks the leg, and Snuka still kicks out at 2. Morocco still surprised, frustration showing now. He can't put him away. Still very early in the match, but Snuka's been in control. Has that submission hold locked in on Snuka now. Jimmy snuck out the back door. Big overhead chop, knife edge chop, boot to the midsection and a bicycle kick. And a super kick. Snuka has come to life. He hops up to the top rope. Morocco's way on the other side of the ring. I don't know if Snuka has that kind of distance. He doesn't. He changed his mind. Boot to the midsection. Wrist lock by Snuka. Climbing the ropes up to the top rope. Up and over. A lot of work for an arm drag by Snuka. Boot to the knee to the midsection by Morocco. Nice reversal. Snuka slips out the back door. DDT. Nicely done by the Superfly. He hops up to the top rope. Morocco still down. 1.5 twist right across the chest of a fallen Morocco. Snuka thinks he has him. And it's a 2 count. Snuka can't believe it. He didn't nail that move completely. He got most of them, but not all of them. Now Snuka has an arm lock, arm ringer. And Morocco with a couple of body blows to get loose. Now Morocco, second time he's holding Snuka high above his head. A vertical suplex is coming eventually. Snuka came down a little bit on his side there, a little awkwardly. Morocco goes for the pin. And it's a 2 count once again. He cannot put Snuka away. Kick right to the middle of the chest there by Morocco. Snuka comes firing back. Fans loving Superfly. Overhead chop to the head. Snapmare, Snuka off the rope. Basement drop kick right to the middle of the face of a fallen Magnificent Morocco. Snuka, top rope. Springboard moonsault. Wow. Nailed him. That might be all. No. Snuka had the leg hooked, but Morocco kicked out anyway. Speaking of kicking, Superfly, solid kick to the ribs there. Flips Morocco over. Jimmy taking a walk around the ring on the apron.
He'll take things into the ring.
Don't know what he was doing. Maybe he doesn't know either. Drop kick to the middle of the back. Snuka tosses Morocco over the top rope, out onto the apron. Big right hand. Drop kick, and Morocco's out onto the concrete floor here of the Garden. No match here at Madison Square Garden. Snuka tosses the Magnificent One back into the squared circle. Snuka, top rope. Somersault. Bomb there. I don't know what you call it, but somehow Morocco kicked out again. Snuka again didn't nail all of it. Got most of them, but he didn't nail it flush. Now an arm wringer. Morocco escapes with a couple of body blows. Oh, Jesus. Come on now. 3 fucking times this match they've done this. And again, Morocco uses it as a finishing hold. He goes for the cover, and Superfly kicks out at the count of 2. Let's hope we don't see that move again. 3 times in one match is plenty. Morocco, end of days. End of Snuka, you might want to call it. Indeed, Magnificent Morocco gets the 3 count on Superfly Snuka as their feud continues on.
Here is your winner, Magnificent Don
Morocco. Magnificent Morocco gets the 3 count. He's still got that mustard on his face. I keep forgetting to look and see what that is. I gotta write that down. Magnificent Morocco. It was a good match indeed. I'm gonna write on my notes here, Morocco mustard. See if we can figure out what that is. I don't recall seeing it until very recently, and all of a sudden it just started appearing on his face. It may not be anything, there may not be anything I can do about it. 3.5 stars is your official match rating. The Magnificent Morocco gets a 3 count on Superfly Jimmy Snuka as they continue toward their collision course at Elimination Chamber. Those two have had some very entertaining matches and have not disappointed to this point in the feud. All right, Fatal 4 time. Bruno Sammartino, Paul Orndorff, The Undertaker, and Ted DiBiase. The winner of this is the 3rd man to be in the Elimination Chamber match, the main event at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship held by King Kong Bundy. Bob Backlund is the other man. One of these 4 will be the 3rd man. We will choose the 4th man at Saturday night's main event. Godspeed says Undertaker's going to get the win. I got to go along with that. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the victory. Right now, The Undertaker is the favorite coming in. All right, let's send it down to ringside and get your introductions. The winner goes to the Elimination Chamber main event.
DiBiase told me himself at the country club, we do not want to miss this one.
We do not.
The following contest making his way to the ring from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Well, we know Ted DiBiase has plenty of accolades as a competitor, but DiBiase was also an accomplished manager.
You're right about that, Saxton, and the $1 Million Corporation made selling out cool.
Everything is set for Elimination Chamber. The Soul Patrol are going to take on the Moondogs. They're going to defend their titles against the tag team titles against the Moondogs. Tito Santana is going to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Greg the Hammer Valentine. Andre the Giant is going to defend the United States Championship against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And King Kong Bundy is going to defend the WWF World Heavyweight Championship against Bob Backlund. One of these men and another man to be named at Saturday night's main event. Here comes the favorite, The Undertaker. Heavy favorite coming into this one.
Darkness has completely engulfed this entire building.
Admit it, Byron, you're scared.
A little bit.
We are seeing a legend in the flesh.
And his opponents, first, from Death Valley, weighing in at 299 pounds, The Undertaker!
The magnificence of the Phenom. Truly a mesmerizing scene.
The legendary Phenom creates an atmosphere unlike anything you will see.
He certainly does.
Who's ever been in the ring opposite The Undertaker, and they will tell you nothing.
This is a very intriguing match. We got guys from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Of the dead man.
That makes it a very intriguing match for the sellout crowd here at Madison Square Garden. One of these men will be in the Elimination Chamber match at the end of this calendar week with the WWF Championship on the line.
You know, Undertaker is a time-honored warrior of the ring.
No matter what you do, I'm not sure there's anything that prepares you for The Undertaker.
So many superstars have stood across the ring from the dead man, paralyzed with fear.
I think tomorrow's live stream is New Japan. I can't remember. No, New Japan was Thursday, right? We had Monday Nitro last night. This is Tuesday night. No, Tuesday night ECW. Wednesday night WWF. So Thursday night, yeah, tomorrow's New Japan. Tomorrow night is New Japan Wrestling. And we will crown the first World Heavyweight Championship for NJPW.
Here we go, guys.
We just talked to her a little while ago, Gatsby. Thank you for asking. She went down shopping today, so I think it was a pretty good day for her.
269 pounds, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orton.
Any day she goes shopping is a good day. So I think she was all right today. I think she had a pretty good day today. She didn't drive.
The look of focus and determination on
But
his
it
face
sounded like
to
she
show the
enjoyed
world he
herself.
can compete on this high level.
Oh no, I was talking about on the calendar, on the game calendar.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in
But it's Wednesday on the game calendar, too, today.
Who can breathe new life into this crowd. They were already alive, Cole. I don't know how this
No, it's not. It's
superstar's gonna do
Tuesday.
anything to change
I don't
them
know.
into being more alive.
Yeah, Corey, but the
No, last night was ECW. So that's Tuesday on the calendar. So today's Wednesday on the calendar. It's Wednesday in real life, too. WWF Wednesday Night Championship Wrestling. So Thursday was Thursday Thunder, but they sold out to New Japan. So yeah, tomorrow's stream will be New Japan. I get confused between real days and calendar days. This week they happen to be matching up, though. Which screws me up even more. Because I'm used to them not matching up. Alright, we're underway. Bruno Sammartino, The Undertaker, Ted DiBiase, and Mr. Wonderful. Bruno's going for the quick pinfall on The Undertaker. He got a 2 count after one move. Boy, it looked like a power slam. I wasn't really paying attention over there. And DiBiase throws Sammartino over the top rope. And he's going to give him a couple of overhand rights across the chest. Sammartino's going to be out on the concrete pretty soon. Orndorff trying to get DiBiase from behind. He missed. And there goes Sammartino face first onto the concrete. Now the Undertaker working over Paul Orndorff. DiBiase's pissed off. Look at that. Wow. He took the commentator table apart. It flew through the air and then vanished. Look at Orndorff on the Undertaker. Snap slam. You don't see that very often. He's got a heel hook on the Undertaker now. Sammartino's out on the concrete floor once again. DiBiase working him over. Dropping that Andre elbow across the chest. Orndorff's got the Undertaker up. Big vertical suplex by Mr. Wonderful. Undertaker looking to reverse things. Another Andre elbow by DiBiase on Sammartino out on the floor. Orndorff reversed the Undertaker. Got him in a full Nelson choke slam. Wow. Mr. Wonderful is manhandling the Undertaker. Everybody's back in the ring right now. Orndorff with DiBiase. Snap slam on the $1 Million Man. Now Sammartino and Orndorff working over DiBiase. The Undertaker gets Orndorff from behind. Backbreak. Sammartino works over DiBiase. Undertaker off the ropes. Quick leg drop on Orndorff. Sammartino goes for the pin on DiBiase. While the Undertaker works over Paul Orndorff. Orndorff's hurt. He's rolling out to the floor. Wow, Undertaker just took Sammartino out with one punch. He picks DiBiase up and brings him over to the corner. Undertaker goes for the cover on Ted DiBiase. Sammartino breaks it up. Back elbow by the Undertaker on Sammartino. Behind DiBiase with a suplex on the Undertaker. Atomic drop by the Undertaker on DiBiase. Toss suplex by Orndorff on Sammartino. Stomping away on Sammartino's chest now. Look at that Undertaker. Look like end of days on DiBiase. Sammartino's out on the floor. Orndorff working over the Undertaker once again. Has him balanced on that top rope. Several knees to the rib cage. DiBiase's taking a rest over in the corner. All the way slam by Mr. Wonderful on the Undertaker. DiBiase got behind Paul Orndorff, though. And he's going to give him a solid right hand to the middle of the forehead. Orndorff is down and out on the floor. Sammartino with a waistlock takedown on the Undertaker. DiBiase having some words with some of the fans at ringside. Undertaker taking an arm breaker from Sammartino, who turns his attention over to Ted DiBiase. Brings him over to the corner. Referee's in his way, though. Referee was in his way, and DiBiase slipped out the back door and hit Sammartino's knee. Bruno tosses DiBiase over the top rope out onto the concrete. German suplex by Sammartino delivered to the Undertaker. Orndorff posing. Sammartino posing. It's like a pose down here. Remember those? All four men in the ring now. Flailing away. Undertaker just slammed DiBiase. Sammartino with an inverted slam on Mr. Wonderful. DiBiase with a clothesline on the Undertaker. Maybe not. Maybe that was an end of days. I couldn't tell. Orndorff, though, has the Undertaker. Pile drives him. Orndorff goes for the pin. And DiBiase broke it up. Sammartino's out on the floor once again. DiBiase tosses Orndorff hard into the corner, followed him in, right into a Mr. Wonderful elbow.
Able to get the advantage here.
The winner goes to Elimination Chamber, the main event. At the pay-per-view for the WWF Championship. $1 Million Dream, Ted DiBiase has it locked in on Mr. Wonderful. Bruno Sammartino trying to break it up, and he finally does. Paid the price, though. Undertaker got him from behind. DiBiase's going for the cover. Nobody's paying attention. Orndorff kicked out at 2. Undertaker slams Bruno's face into the canvas. DiBiase's on the second rope. Went for the backward elbow drop, and Orndorff rolled out of the way. Sammartino gets the Undertaker down with a leg sweep, pounding away on his face now. DiBiase pounding away on Orndorff. Mr. Wonderful is out on the ring apron now. Solid left hand by DiBiase. He's out there with him on the apron, and he's going to drop Mr. Wonderful, suplexed him on the ring apron. He's laughing at Mr. Wonderful as he's out on the floor now. Undertaker has the armbar wrist lock on Sammartino, climbing up to the top rope. You know what's coming. Down hard on that shoulder. Undertaker goes for the cover. Orndorff just hit the ring post outside. And Sammartino kicks out at 2. Undertaker frustrated. Orndorff may be unconscious over there. He hit that ring post hard. And now Undertaker has Sammartino locked in that submission hold, Hell's Gate, and there goes Ted DiBiase to break it up.
Utilizing the top rope to inflict more punishment.
Mr. Wonderful has Sammartino up on the top rope. Solid right hand drops Sammartino to the ground and out to the floor. Orndorff hits the Undertaker from behind, but the Undertaker reversed him nicely. Several body blows there. And now he's got that wrist lock. Got Orndorff high over his head. Arm wringer takeover by the Undertaker, and then he drops DiBiase onto that top turnbuckle. Sammartino's out on the floor. Orndorff is out on the floor. Undertaker's in the ring with DiBiase. He should be trying to get a pinfall here. And Sammartino climbs back into the ring. Undertaker lost his opportunity there. Nice gut wrench suplex by DiBiase, and the Undertaker now is out on the floor. Sammartino, fireman's carry on DiBiase, brings him over to the corner. Snake eyes on the $1 Million Man. Bruno stomping away on the throat of Bruno Sammartino, giving him the finger, talking shit to him, and one additional stomp to the throat for good measure. Now Bruno pounding away, right hands to the middle of DiBiase's face.
Sure, he's pumping himself up, but he's also giving his opponent a chance to recover.
Sammartino slams DiBiase's head into the turnbuckle. Big kick to the side of the head. Sammartino should go for a cover here, but no. DiBiase rolls out onto the floor. He's stunned. Now Orndorff and Sammartino, they're going to double team the Undertaker. Double flapjack. Orndorff's going to go for the pinfall. Sammartino can't let that happen, and he wisely breaks it up. Sammartino with a right hand on Orndorff. Got him up on the torture rack. Backbreaker by Bruno Sammartino into a gut buster. Undertaker's not paying attention. Sammartino might be lining him up for a pinfall, but the Undertaker's paying attention once again. Bruno goes for the pin, but he's not going to get it. Sammartino kicked and stomped by the Undertaker, who was standing right there. Undertaker now working over Orndorff's solid right hands to the side of his head. Bruno's out on the floor. Orndorff working over the Undertaker, chop to the throat. DiBiase gets Orndorff from behind, big suplex. Undertaker now grabs DiBiase. Constant action here. Scoop slam by the Undertaker on DiBiase. And now he tosses the $1 Million Man across the ring by his head. Undertaker goes for the pin. And DiBiase kicks out at the count of 2. All 4 men once again back in the ring. Leg sweep by the Undertaker on Bruno. Orndorff, big overhand right on DiBiase. Orndorff with an elbow to the midsection gets DiBiase off him. Undertaker has Bruno up, brings him over to the rope and drops his throat on that top rope. Snap slam on DiBiase by Mr. Wonderful, and he's going to go for the pin. Bruno right there to break it up. Fantastic match of action here. DiBiase overhand right on the Undertaker. Orndorff is out on the floor. He's hurt. $1 Million Dream locked in on Bruno Sammartino, but there goes the Undertaker to break it up. He's got that wrist lock on DiBiase. Flips him over with the arm wringer. Undertaker with the arm wringer on Bruno Sammartino, getting up to that top rope.
The old familiar sight.
Undertaker comes down hard on the shoulder of Bruno Sammartino.
Trying to find his bearings, but it looks like his end is near.
Power slam by DiBiase on the Undertaker. Orndorff jumping pile driver on Sammartino. DiBiase back elbow off the second rope. We got a double pin going on here. Not anymore. Orndorff still has Bruno, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff gets the pinfall on Bruno Sammartino. He'll go to Elimination Chamber.
Here is your winner, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
That was an exciting, action-filled match. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff has claimed spot number 3 in the Elimination Chamber main event for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. The 4th member will be decided on Saturday night's main event. That was indeed a good match. Incredible non-stop action. 4 stars is the official match rating. We had a double pin there almost going at the end. Bruno Sammartino comes out on top. I'm sorry, Mr. Wonderful comes out on top, pinning Bruno Sammartino. Fans are on a high after watching that. Coming up next, we got the Big Boss Man taking on Sergeant Slaughter. Slaughter, of course, been in a brutal feud with Pat Patterson. I'm going to go with the Big Boss Man to get the win in this one. Let me know what you think. Who do you think is going to get the victory here between the Sarge and the Big Boss Man? Sarge is involved in that feud with Pat Patterson. They haven't met in the ring in a little while now. A couple of weeks anyway. We'll send it down to ringside to get your introductions. Godspeed says Boss Man's going to get the win. Here comes Sarge and here comes Pat Patterson attacking Sergeant Slaughter from behind. Boss Man was the favorite coming into the match, but he may not get an opportunity. Pat Patterson attacks Sergeant Slaughter on his way to the ring. And Patterson, I just said they haven't been in the ring together in a couple of weeks. Patterson apparently couldn't hold out anymore. There's Big Boss Man in the ring.
Looking into the eyes of this competitor tonight, you know he understands the significance of this match. This is an opportunity.
So Sergeant Slaughter
on the roster. But if you
yeah, no kidding, Gatsby. Sergeant Slaughter is off to a strong disadvantage coming into the bout. But it looks like Slaughter's been fired up after that attack, and he's going for a Dragon Sleeper on the Big Boss Man. I didn't hear the bell ring, but we should have an official match. And we do, because the referee is going for the count. So we do have an official match. Knee lift by Sergeant Slaughter. You think he'd come in at a distinct disadvantage after being attacked and pummeled by Pat Patterson. But quite the opposite is what's taking place inside the ring. Slaughter up, now he just took a clothesline from the Boss Man. So finally the Boss Man showing some offense. But I just got done saying we haven't seen Patterson and Slaughter together in a couple of weeks. And Patterson came out and attacked the Sarge. Slaughter up on the second rope. Knee drop right across the throat of the fallen boss man.
Locked in on the shoulder. And here's a cover. And he breaks the count quickly.
He's far from finished.
Only a 1 count there. Boss man kicks out.
Feeling it right now. As well he should.
He's feeling some extra pain too, thanks to the abuse from Pat Patterson before the match. Slaughter has got that armbar hooked in. That submission hold. Boss man can't reach the rope. Look at that. Nicely done. Somersaults his way out of danger. And now boss man has Slaughter up. Fireman's carry over to the ropes and drops his larynx across that top rope. The full weight of Slaughter comes crashing down on the throat, followed by a hammy stomp by the big boss man. You can tell Slaughter, that hurt him.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
That was a boot to the face. Slaughter took it and he got up swinging. So apparently it didn't hurt him. Boss man into the turnbuckle now. Slaughter up to the second rope. I think I know what's coming. Another dragon sleeper. Slaughter, second time he's done this in the bout. He's trying to put the big boss man out. Boss man looks a little worse for wear right now. Slaughter would have been good to try a pinfall, but he didn't. And that backfired on him. Big spine buster by the big boss man, and he's one of the best at it. He's going to go for the win. No, Slaughter kicked out at 2. That with the punishment that Pat Patterson dished out before the bout probably has Sergeant Slaughter primed for a pinfall. Boss man slam, and victory is secure. The big boss man with some outside help from Pat Patterson gets the 3 count on Sergeant Slaughter.
Here is your winner, the Big Boss Man.
Quite a bit of cause for celebration.
Boss man should thank Pat Patterson for his help before the match got started.
Yeah, especially the winner.
Slaughter looked good at the beginning of the match despite the beating he took, but it was just too much to overcome. The boss man came into the match fresh. 2.5 stars is your official match rating, and the big boss man gets the victory over Sergeant Slaughter. Pat Patterson's probably smiling ear to ear backstage after watching that on the monitor, knowing that he was a direct result of that outcome. All right, that's the intermission part of the evening. That brings us to the intermission part of the evening. Let's take a look at what went down as we have watched so far here at Madison Square Garden. Superstar Billy Graham got things started with a victory over Roddy Piper. It was a good match until the end. The ending was kind of terrible. Superstar doesn't care. He got the win. Magnificent Morocco with a solid win over Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, won the Fatal 4-Way, and he will be the 3rd man at the Elimination Chamber main event for the WWF Championship. The 4th man will be decided at Saturday night's main event. As you just saw, the big boss man, with a little help from Pat Patterson, got a 3 count on Sergeant Slaughter. Coming up in the second half of tonight's action on Championship Wrestling, we have Andre the Giant, a non-title match with Big John Studd. They recently finished their feud, but it looks like they're in another one. Can't argue with that. Pedro Morales squares off against the Iron Sheik. The WWF champion, King Kong Bundy, he's got a non-title match with Bob Backlund as they gear up for Elimination Chamber. And the Intercontinental champion, Greg the Hammer, Tito Santana, battles Greg the Hammer Valentine in a non-title match as they also gear up for their big title match at Elimination Chamber. Tonight's second half of action is brought to you by Fanatics. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything. Use the link in the description below to go to Fanatics.com and get all of your favorite NCAA apparel, merchandise, and memorabilia. Fanatics.com has several sales going on. Every day there's a different sale going on their website. So be sure to use the link in the description below and visit Fanatics.com for all of your favorite NCAA apparel. All right, starting off the second half, we have Andre the Giant, the WWF United States Champion, non-title match against Andre the Giant, against Big John Studd. These two are in a feud. Apparently, they were already in a feud once. I'll let it go. But I didn't know that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. Andre's in a feud with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, so there's really not a slot open for these two to have a feud, so I don't know what's going on. I don't care. Andre the Giant against Big John Studd is always a good match. We will watch it happily. I go with Andre the Giant as my pick to get the win. Let me know who you guys think is going to come out on top of this one.
Unbelievable presence that is the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. The true meaning of a larger-than-life superstar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Grenoble, France. Weighing in at 520 pounds. The World Wrestling Alliance United States Champion. The 8th Wonder of the World, Andre the Giant!
Andre the Giant has been on a heater as of late.
520 pounds, neck 24
He destroyed Pedro Morales to take the championship from him, and he's been destroying everybody who gets in the ring with him since that point. He has been on fire. Looking to continue that here tonight. In a non-title match against Big John Studd. If Studd can get a non-title match victory here tonight, he'll turn that Steamboat Andre match at Elimination Chamber and possibly into a triple threat match. We'll have to see.
Pennsylvania, weighing in at 393 pounds, Big John Studd.
We'll have to see how this turns out. Studd could really throw a wrench into the United States Championship picture if he can get a non-title win here over the Giant.
But this truth you speak about happens to just be plain mean. Just seems to enjoy tearing others down.
No, he's mean. He tears people down. Maybe the truth just isn't for you, Saxton. A guy who treats every match as if it's the biggest one of his career. He definitely plans to steal the show tonight.
Andre the Giant won the previous feud between these two. Neither one of them was a champion, though. A little more at stake this time.
Set to get underway, and this is going to be a good one. And from what we understand, Corey, we're going to be
oh, wait a minute.
Special guest superstar on commentary.
Here comes Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He has been in a feud with Andre over that United States Championship, and I got to say, Ricky has not done well. Andre has demolished him every time they've gotten into the ring together. And Ricky's got a lot of balls coming out here. Because things have not gone his way, but he's coming out for a ringside seat for this match. Andre definitely will be distracted now. Godspeed says Andre's going to get the win, so he's the heavy favorite coming in. Big suplex on Andre the Giant. Good way to start things off for the U.S. champion. We'll have to see if Ricky Steamboat does anything to interfere in the match in any way, or if he just wants to have a good seat. Do a little bit of scouting on his opponent. Maybe he can learn something that can change his fortunes, because he has not done well against Andre the Giant at all. That's cool, Godspeed. Andre's going to go for the cover after a couple of kidney shots, and John Studd kicks out. It's a good time to do that, Godspeed, during intermission. Andre the Giant biting on the fingers of Big John Studd. He does that a lot. I don't know if they feed him backstage before the matches. Studd now going to step across Andre, a move that Andre likes to do to his opponents. And the Giant is back on his feet. And he's got Studd into the corner. Snake eyes. And Andre looking pretty happy with the way that turned out. He's going to go for the pinfall. The leg is hooked, and it's a 1 count.
An emphatic kick out, and there's still a lot of game left here.
Bacon and hash brown, that's an interesting combination. I don't think I've ever seen a cat eat that before, but I can see why they would like it.
To win is put his world-renowned physicality to work. Once
Andre's going to do the same now, and he and his 500-plus pounds steps across the rib cage of Big John Studd. Andre then chokes him out a little before Big John Studd reverses things and does it once again to Andre, stepping across his rib cage. That's enough of that. We don't need to see that anymore this match. All right, they're going toe-to-toe now, Studd and Andre. Andre's in control now. Big clothesline, and Studd head over heels over the rope out onto the concrete floor here at Madison Square Garden. Andre comes out to the rope, comes out to continue the assault on Big John Studd. Ricky's out of his chair, distracting the Giant. Ricky's talking shit. Andre, he knew Big John Studd had gotten to his feet, and he sidestepped the attack and threw Studd right into Ricky Steamboat. Nicely done by the champion. Steamboat's unconscious on the floor in front of the commentator's table. Big John Studd not much better inside the ring. Yeah, I'll bet Godspeed. I'll bet she does. Our cat would probably love it too. We don't have bacon much in the house, but I feed the cat all the time. She eats pretty much anything. Andre's got a surfboard on Big John Studd in the middle of the ring. Studd, a big man, bent the wrong way. He finally gets out of it, but Andre held it for a very long time. Big knife-edge shot by Andre the Giant. Overhand right, and Studd is down to one knee. Andre with a double ear ringer. Studd is down. Splash from Andre. He hooks the leg. The referee is over there, and he makes the 3 count. Big John Studd goes down. I can't tell if Ricky Steamboat's still on the floor out there. Andre the Giant gets the non-title win.
Here is your winner, the 8th Wonder of the World, Andre the Giant.
Good match for Andre, very smart. And Big John Studd goes down. Ricky Steamboat got hurt at the same time, so good match for Andre. 1.5 stars is the official match rating. I don't know. I think I disagree with that. Should have been at least 2, maybe 2.5. Andre took out Ricky Steamboat and Big John Studd and got the 3 counts on Studd. So Andre continues his domination of the World Wrestling Federation roster. Next up, we got Pedro Morales taking on the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik, of course, has those sharp-pointed boots that he likes to use at any point during a match. I'm going to go with the Iron Sheik to get the victory. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the win. Should be a very entertaining match. The Iron Sheik and Pedro Morales. Definitely one of the matches circled on the card tonight that a lot of people came out to the Garden to see here tonight. We'll send it down to ringside. Once they're finished giving their interviews, we will get their introductions. Godspeed says Pedro's going to get the win. So we have a pick'em coming into this bout. There's Pedro.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Weighing in at 240 pounds, Pedro Morales.
This is the kind of match the WWE Universe has been dreaming of, and that dream is about to become a reality.
Pedro Morales facing a tough task tonight here in the Iron Sheik in front of a sellout crowd at Madison Square Garden. Definitely one of the matches the fans came out to see.
He said he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more than ready to deliver on that promise.
He has the ability to do so. There's no question about that.
All right. I love this guy.
And his
There's the Iron Sheik.
Tehran, Iran, weighing in at 275 pounds, Iron Sheik.
Well, if their previous matches are any indication,
Definitely not a fan favorite here in New York.
Win this match by nearly crippling their competition.
Bingo! Right you are, Saxton, doing whatever it takes to capture the win and teaching their opponent a little bit about pain in the process. That is good wrestling. This is a guy who always seeks out the highest level of competition, and I think he'll get it tonight.
Well, he definitely will with Pedro Morales.
And here we have a superstar.
There's the bell. We are underway. Pedro Morales and the Iron Sheik. And Pedro with a military press. Look at this. We can't see from that camera angle, but he's military pressing him high above his head. Nicely done by Pedro. Good start. And a nice toss suplex on the Sheik.
Top rope, here we go.
Pedro, of course, one of the few men to hold all 3 WWF championships. He was the world champion, he was the Intercontinental champion, and he was the tag team champion with Bob Backlund. They dethroned the Wild Samoans at the Showdown at Shea, and then they had to relinquish the titles as Bob was the heavyweight champion, and back then you couldn't hold more than one title. But they were officially the tag team champions after dethroning the Samoans at the Showdown at Shea. So Pedro's in the history books as one of the few men to hold all 3 of those championships. And right now he's out on the ring apron. And the Iron Sheik, overhand rights, crashing across the chest cavity. And Pedro's in trouble. The breath leaving him with every blow. And now Pedro face first out onto the concrete at Madison Square Garden. Hip toss by the Sheik. Right down on the elbow of Pedro Morales. Pedro gets an elbow up that backs the Sheik off momentarily. And Pedro with a big right hand to the side of the head. Tosses the Sheik by his head onto the floor. Pedro talking to the fans and turned his back on the Sheik. He should not have done that. The Sheik now has him up. What is he going to do with him? Wow, gave him snake eyes face first on the ring apron. That does not feel good. Ref's count is at 6. Iron Sheik tosses Pedro back into the ring and follows him in there. Pedro's hurt. Got a back elbow up. That backs the Sheik off a little bit. Chop to the throat by Pedro. And he's got the Iron Sheik up in a fireman's carry over to the corner and drops his face on the top turnbuckle. Boot to the face. Nice reversal by the Iron Sheik. Body blow. Right hand to the side of the head. The Sheik. Wow, suplexed him by his neck. Irish whip hard into the corner. Pedro. And Iron Sheik slams his head into the pointed end of the boot and then headbutts him. Pedro's in a lot of trouble here. Iron Sheik goes for the cover. Wow, I thought he had him there. Pedro just got a shoulder up just before the 3 count. The Iron Sheik looking for the camel clutch. You know what's coming. Referee's not paying attention. Iron Sheik has it locked in. Referee turns it around. Pedro's in trouble. He's been taking some damage here. The Sheik has it locked in pretty good. No way Pedro can reach the rope, but he grabbed an ankle and he pulled on it and got free. But the Sheik had it on for quite a while, so it did some damage. And Pedro Morales tosses the Sheik over the top rope out onto the floor. The concrete floor of Madison Square Garden is where the Iron Sheik ended up. And now Pedro has him up again. Fall away slam on the concrete. Pedro took that camel clutch, and you wouldn't even know it. Right now, he's got a submission hold locked on the Sheik. He won't give up outside the ring here. And Pedro can hold it for a very long time. And the Sheik finally slips out. Body blow, right hand to the head, and hip toss reversal by Pedro. Good back and forth action here. Ref's count is at 5. Pedro Morales deadlifting the Iron Sheik from the concrete floor high above his head. What is he going to do with him? He flapjacked him on the concrete. Chest and chin slam into the concrete. The Iron Sheik is in a lot of trouble. Pedro tosses him to the other side of the ring area and gets back in the ring. The count is at 8. If Pedro takes a rest, the match will be over. I don't think the Sheik's going to answer the bell. The count is at 9. Pedro holding tough. Sheik trying to get back in to beat the 10 count, and he just barely did. And he comes in swinging, and Pedro is down. Iron Sheik climbs up to the top rope. Diving elbow onto the chest. Pedro having a hard time breathing. And he had a foot under the rope. Referee wouldn't count. Elbow now to the chest by the Sheik. This has been a good back and forth match. Lots of action. Sheik with those pointed boots to the kidney a third time. He could puncture something back there. Oh, he went for the waistlock takedown. Pedro up over the top. Nicely done. Now he's got the Sheik. Wow. Just tossed him from a fireman, Scary. That might have knocked the wind out of the Iron Sheik. Pedro may be going for a pinfall here. No, he decides not to. Instead, he was looking for his finisher, the Boston Crab, but the Sheik reversed it. Nice toe drag takedown there by Pedro Morales. Took the Sheik by surprise. Pedro slamming his knee hard into the mat. Follows it up with a splash. Sheik's in trouble. Pedro goes for the cover. He's got the leg hooked. Wow, Sheik kicked out at 2.5. Pedro can't believe it. Neither can most of the fans here at Madison Square Garden. Pedro has him up again. It could be Pedro's second rope superfly. He caught him flush there. Now a backbreaker. You know Pedro's warming him up. He's got the legs in the air. You know what's coming. Boston Crab locked in the middle of the ring, and the Iron Sheik is in a lot of trouble. There's no way he's getting out of this. He's going to have to tap. He's taking too much damage, and he does. The Iron Sheik quits. Pedro Morales with the victory via the Boston Crab. Here's your winner, Pedro Morales. Solid match. Plenty of back and forth action. These two went at it toe to toe. The Iron Sheik doesn't have anything to be ashamed of. It was indeed a good match. It could have gone either way. Both men took a lot of damage. But Pedro Morales, once he locked that Boston Crab in, you knew it was over. 3.5 stars is your official match rating. The Iron Sheik could not get out of the Boston Crab, and he had to tap. Pedro made him quit, and he got the win. That was a good match, as expected. Lots of great matches here in the World Wrestling Federation. Here's another one. Non-title match, your World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion King Kong Bundy. Non-title match against Bob Backlund, the former champion. These two are going to meet at Elimination Chamber in an Elimination Chamber match with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and a wrestler to be named at Saturday night's main event. The fourth man will be announced. Title not on the line here. These two are just trying to keep in shape, not get hurt, so they can go into Elimination Chamber on a high note. Godspeed says Bundy's going to get the win. I'm going to have to go along with that, because he, like Andre the Giant, has been destroying everyone put in his way, including Mr. Backlund, when he won the title and a couple times since then. Fans here in Madison Square Garden love Bob Backlund, so he'll have the crowd on his side. I don't think that's going to be enough, though.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 454 pounds, the World Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, King
Kong Bundy.
If you listen to After the Bell this week, you know this is a match I've wanted to see for quite some time, and it's almost time to start.
Bundy and Andre the Giant have both been destroying opponents. You gotta wonder, will they cross paths down the road? Right now, Bundy's just focused on Elimination Chamber and keeping that title. It's not on the line here tonight. Backlund already has a title match set. So right now they're just both tuning up on a collision course for that Elimination Chamber pay-per-view coming up at the end of this calendar week. There's Bob.
And his opponent from Hartford, Connecticut, weighing in at 234 pounds, Bob Backlund.
I can't watch this entrance. I heard this one backstage talking up their own words.
Bob's a huge fan favorite here in the Garden.
And prove it, huh?
That's what they're doing right now, Corey.
Well, good. Let's see what they've got then.
Bob has not fared well against King Kong Bundy, just as Ricky Steamboat hasn't fared well against Andre the Giant. Bundy's been on a heater. Title is not on the line, but Bob would certainly gain a lot of confidence heading into Elimination Chamber if he could get a win here tonight. And he is not off to a good start. Bundy goes for the quick pin. Only a 1 count. Backlund kicks out. Bundy's pleased with the way the match has started. Bundy stomps on the small of the back. 454 pounds of pressure there. And he's got Backlund up, and Bob slips behind. Nicely done, knife edge chop. Bundy didn't even let it faze him. Going for the claw hold. What you really have to watch out for with Bundy is that splash. He loves doing that splash off the ropes. And he's cracked many ribs here in the World Wrestling Federation. Now he's got Backlund high above his head. And he drops him behind him. Chest and chin hard into the mat from a good 7 feet up at least. Bundy's going to go for the pin. Not a bad decision. Bob kicks out right away. Bundy with a stomp on the shoulder. And he's going to follow it up with an arm breaker. Bundy will do that splash on the front side or the back side. He doesn't care. 454 pounds, it hurts either way. There's a big spinning right hand to the middle of Backlund's forehead, and Bob is down staring at the Madison Square Garden lights. Bundy once again deadlifts him over the shoulder, flips him over, inverted slam with lots of power behind it. Bundy goes for the pin. Wow, I thought that was it. So did Bundy. Bob kicked out just in the nick of time. Bundy thought he had him. So did the fans here at Madison Square Garden. Sellout crowd here for Championship Wrestling. Bundy's off the ropes. You know what's coming. Splash! Crushed him. Leg is hooked. He may not need it. And that's it. King Kong Bundy. It only took one. Sometimes he does it 3 or 4 times, but he did one in talking shit to Bob after the pinfall there.
Here is your winner, King
Kong Bundy. Bundy was telling Bob, give it up, brother. Please. Stop coming in here and hurting yourself. One splash was all it took. Bundy puts Backlund away pretty quickly and gave him a good talking to after the pinfall. That's pretty funny. 2.5 stars is the official match rating. That's what he probably said. Stop, man. Go away. You're not going to win. Bundy making quick work of the former champion Bob Backlund. All right, so it's time for the main event here at the Garden. It's the Intercontinental Champion. He's in the house. Tito Santana, non-title match against Greg the Hammer Valentine. These two are going to meet up at Elimination Chamber for the title. Right now they're just tuning up. Valentine looking for a non-title win so he can head into the pay-per-view with some momentum. I'm going to go with Greg Valentine to get the win. That's going to be my pick. Let me know what you guys think and who you think is going to come out on top here. The feud has been entertaining so far, as it was in real life when it took place back in the 80s. Tito Santana and Greg the Hammer Valentine live in your main event from Madison Square Garden. Let's send it down to ringside and get the action underway.
Yeah, now we're talking.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 253 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Godspeed says Tito's going to get the win, so we have a pick'em coming into this one.
This match has everyone backstage buzzing. He is an exciting competitor to watch.
He is, and as usual, for some reason, the fans have absolutely zero reaction to Greg the Hammer Valentine. But they love Tito, so that's going to change in a minute here. Maybe. There he is.
And his opponent from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 247 pounds, the World Wrestling Alliance Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana.
You are looking at some highly motivated competitors in this match, looking to steal the show and capture the attention of the entire WWE Universe.
Tito has one goal here tonight, and that is to not get hurt before Elimination Chamber. He doesn't really care if he loses the match. He just wants to stay healthy for when the title is on the line.
He will not let up in a non-title situation.
And here we have a superstar who's been grinding his teeth at the Performance Center as of late.
Yeah, a consistent work ethic is what you're talking
Greg
about.
the Hammer Valentine with a suplex to start things off.
He never has been, and that dedication is what puts him in position to
Some
win.
solid right hands. And a nice suplex there, and Tito's in trouble to start things off. Tonight's main event on Championship Wrestling. Intercontinental Championship is not on the line, though. It will be when they meet at Elimination Chamber at the end of the week. Valentine stomping on the fingers of Tito. He's trying to hurt Tito. That's his goal. He wants to soften the champion up for the title match at the pay-per-view. Tito just wants to get out unscathed. And Valentine really working on those fingers. Stomping away. Fans booing. Now they're going toe-to-toe. Tito getting the best of him. Valentine is down and he's out on the floor here at the Garden.
Maybe we won't, Byron.
Oh, no, come on, not like this. Are you just going to walk off?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to walk away from this matchup, and that's a shame. What an incredible match.
Valentine did not get the best of that exchange, and he said, "No, I'm heading back to the locker room." And Tito said, "I don't think so, my friend."
This person head first off the apron.
Slammed his head off of the apron and tossed him back into the ring. Tito said, "If I got to come out here, you're going to finish the match, my friend."
Oh, he knew what was coming. Up to the top rope now.
I wish they had lumberjack matches in this game. That would be cool. Valentine's on the top rope waiting for Tito to get to his feet. He goes for a double axe handle and he overshot the target. But he comes back with a knife edge chop and a right hand to the side of the head. So he overcame the mistake. The hammer goes for the pinfall. It's a 2 count. Tito kicks out. Once again, Valentine stomping on the fingers. Went for the knee drop, and Tito rolled out of the way. Santana with a backbreaker across the knee. Fisherman, small package, suplex, keeps the leg hooked, bridged into a pin combination. Beautifully executed by Tito Santana. Valentine kicked out. But it was nicely done by Tito. There's a hammy stretch by the hammer. Here comes the hammer. A wind-up elbow to the back of the head. Hard on the back of the head, hard on the face, which slams face first into the mat. And Valentine almost got a pinfall out of it. 2+ count. That'll definitely shake the brain around. Valentine was looking for the figure 4, possibly. Tito threw a punch. Get out of it, and a clothesline, and Hammer just getting to his feet right now. Tito hops up to the top rope. Double axe handle. Got him. Right on the top of the head. Valentine goes down hard. Tito drops a boot right on his forehead, and now Santana got the crossface locked in. Middle of the ring. Valentine cannot reach the rope. He is in a lot of trouble. He may have to tap here. I don't know if he's going to find a way out. Tito let him out. He might have been losing his grip, but he goes right for the pinfall. The leg is hooked. This might be all. And it is. Tito Santana used that crossface to parlay it into a 3 count over Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Here is your winner, Tito Santana.
And what a brutal submission that was that ended things.
And that had to hurt Greg Valentine, so he wanted to hurt the champion coming into the pay-per-view, but I think Tito might have done it instead. Santana comes out relatively unscathed. 3 stars is your official match rating. Valentine cannot feel good after taking that submission hold. So he may be a little worse for wear coming into the pay-per-view. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That was indeed a good match, Godspeed. It was indeed. All right, so that's the end of tonight's action at Madison Square Garden. Let's take a look at how we got here. First of all, let me tell you that tonight's recap is brought to you by Godlike Hosting. Premium game hosting services. They bring you high performance, minimal ping, and improved protection. They specialize in Grand Theft Auto and Minecraft, as well as 28 other games. Use the link in the description below to get to Godlike Hosting. Get a free trial today if you're looking for a new host, a new servers. Give Godlike Hosting a shot by using the link in the description below. Superstar Billy Graham got things started tonight with a victory over Roddy Piper. It was a good match, but a crappy ending. Piper just basically laid down for the 3 count. Magnificent Morocco got a solid victory over Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff won the Fatal 4-Way, and he is the 3rd of 4 men in the Elimination Chamber main event for the WWF title at the pay-per-view event at the end of the week. So he gets a shot at the gold. Big Boss Man with a good victory over Sergeant Slaughter with a little help from Pat Patterson. Andre the Giant with a pretty solid win over Big John Studd. Ricky Steamboat came out, tried to interfere, backfired, and Andre the Giant took Studd and Steamboat out of the picture. Pedro Morales with a good win over the Iron Sheik. That was a pretty good match. King Kong Bundy once again made easy work of Bob Backlund in a non-title match. And as you just saw, Tito Santana with a hard-fought win over Greg the Hammer Valentine in the main event. It was a non-title match. Those two continue on their collision course at Elimination Chamber. All right, so I was right. The next show is New Japan Wrestling. That's tomorrow night's live stream at 6:30. And we will take a peek here at the news and just see if anybody's hurt, because really none of these things, that's all it does is tell you rivals and shit, stupid shit. So nobody's hurt. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the card, what is scheduled to be. We have Yokozuna taking on Owen Hart. Triple threat match, Dick Murdoch, the Repo Man, and the Warlord. We'll have to make a reason for that match. Hayabusa takes on Tony Garea. Ivan Putski battles Jim Brunzell. Cowboy Bob Orton faces B. Brian Blair. The British Bulldog takes on the Barbarian. Gorilla Monsoon squares off against Kevin Nash. And Abdullah the Butcher takes on Mr. T. That will be for the Global Heavyweight Championship. When we need to crown the World Heavyweight Champion as well, so this will not be the main event. The main event will make the main event. This one here, Kevin Nash against Gorilla Monsoon for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. So that will be the match for the main event for the world title. Abdullah the Butcher will defend the Global Heavyweight Championship against Mr. T. I really don't see a reason for this triple threat match, so we'll probably just make it Dick Murdoch against the Warlord and drop the Repo Man out of that match. So that will be tomorrow. And again, that's if the game saves as it should. If it doesn't, the card may change. I don't like it, but I can't do anything about it. But those will be the two title matches, those for sure. All right, so let me remind you, that will be at 6:30 tomorrow night, New Japan Wrestling. Tonight's action has been brought to you by the WWE Shop, Godlike Hosting, and Fanatics.com. Visit their websites by using the link in the description below and take advantage of all of the specials they have on their sites. Don't forget, my merchandise store is open, and I just put up a video earlier tonight with some of the merchandise. They sent me some samples. It is very high quality merchandise, so that's a cool thing there as well. Have a good night yourself. Godspeed. Thank you for joining. If you saw anything you liked tonight, make sure you drop a like down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's a good time to do that. Body slam that sub button and then hit the bell icon next to it so you can turn on all of your notifications. This way you won't miss out on anything. I have fresh content every single day on the channel, and I go live 5 nights a week. So you have a good night yourself. Godspeed. Thank you for joining once again. Thank you, Warrior, for stopping in. Thank you, Bonnie, for stopping in, and thank you, everyone else who stopped in along the way. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping in. Tomorrow night, New Japan Wrestling, we will crown the NJPW World Heavyweight Championship champion tomorrow night. It'll be, what did I say, Kevin Nash and Gorilla Monsoon for the vacant championship. That'll be a very good match. So thank you for joining. I will see you tomorrow night. Have yourself a fantastic evening.